Hey YouTube, Matty's812, Team JMT here at the Bluegrass Magic Shop, still at the 1K event that they had today. I'm here with Cleveland Johnson, another member of the Lotus Guardian, TLGs.com, TLGgames.com, there you go, part of their team. What did you play today?
I played Psychics.
Psychics. Now, I gotta tell you, man, when I built this deck for you and sent it out to you, it's an extremely skill-intensive deck.
Yeah.
Like, you have a lot of chances to misplay. So the fact that you were actually wanting to step out and do that, I was extremely impressed. How many times was that an issue during the tournament?
Very minimal, only because I was so used to playing the deck. I play tested with it for quite a while, so I got to work all the kinks out as far as doing what play, when, and such and whatever. The issue was just trying to make sure. Well, the issue was playing against the top decks. Sometimes in this deck you can open fairly slow, and they can just open really quick and try to kill you within the first couple turns, which is one of the deck's weaknesses, I think. And it's a fairly slower deck compared to the top decks.
Anything that you can change? Well, we'll talk about that afterward. Anything we can change to speed that up? Okay, so think about that, and we'll answer that question at the end of the main deck.
Okay.
All right, let's get into this deck profile.
Okay, so there's 2 Grand Soil.
Okay.
2 Redux.
Sure.
1 Rat.
1 Rat.
1 Grand Mole. He's awesome. He's very awesome in this deck.
So good. And he's ulti. It makes the card plays better when it's ulti.
Yes.
I don't know if you knew that or not.
Oh no. Oh yeah, it definitely does.
All right. What do we got next?
2 Jumper.
Psychic Jumper. Now, this one doesn't get a lot of play. What does it do?
He's probably one of the most powerful cards in the deck. He basically says he's a creature swap, and you get to pick the monsters. But your monster that you have to switch is a Psychic, but it can't be him. And you pay 1,000, so you can swap like Esper Girl or Psychic Commander and take their Crimson Blader or any monster that's faced on the other side of the field that you pretty much please.
All right. Now, Esper Girl. What are we doing here?
She's really good. She says first she has to be banished, and when she special summons from the banished zone, she takes the card off the top of your deck and puts it face down. And then when she leaves the field, she takes that face down card and allows you to add it to your hand. Okay. So it includes like if her effect's used and she's brought, you can synchro with her and you get the card. If they dark hold, torrential, anything like that.
Okay.
Yep. And she's a tuner. So.
Yeah, and she's a tuner. Level 2?
Level 2.
Yeah.
And then it's 2 Psychic Commander.
Psychic Commanders?
Yep.
Good stuff. For people that don't know, you can pay increments of 100 up to 3?
Up to 5.
Up to 5? So he's essentially a 1900 attack. When you pay the increments, you decrease your opponent's attack by that 100. So you pay up to 500, making... Yeah. Anyway.
Wizard, he says when he's normal summon, you target one Psychic type monster from the graveyard and banish it, and then when he leaves the field, you get to special summon that monster. So he's kind of a floater like Esper Girl. Okay. Really cool. You can do a lot of tricks with him.
And he's 1900.
He's 1900 beater, so that's pretty nice.
Alright. Now, this one you gotta explain too, because this one is good.
Okay. This is one of the main cards that helps the deck get going. This is Serene Psychic Witch. She says when she's destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you get to special summon. You have to banish. You can banish one Psychic type monster from your deck with 2,000 attack or less, and then on the next standby phase. So it doesn't matter whose standby phase it is. You special summon that monster.
Special summon it.
She pretty much gets every other Psychic.
So when she's summoned, you banish one. When she leaves the field, you get to special summon it.
Yeah, well, when she's destroyed, she banishes it, and then on the next standby phase.
Okay. Yep. All right, I misunderstood that one. Okay, yeah.
She's a really nice floater for that. And she's not, like, a lot of times you just sit on her and 14 beat until they finally get over it. And then you pull something out like Esper Girl and trigger the effect. So it's a lot of floating. Yeah, it's really good.
All right, is that the monsters, or you got more? You got more.
There's more.
Lots of more.
2-card Trooper. He helps a lot with the deck as far as Grand Soil and Redux. Yeah. And he's also another floater for the deck, and he works with Goes and Match because he's an Earth, and he's also becomes a 19 beater when he moves to 3. So he's just really good.
Yeah.
Triple Maxi.
Triple Maxi.
Yeah.
Is it needed?
Yeah, for now. Well, in this type of deck, yeah, because you don't play a lot of traps, and most of the times your deck special summon a lot, so this really helps like deal with that and gives you answers. Like, and I play also these, the double Veiler, and double Swift to help. So when I maxi, I'm not just drawing into air. I'm actually drawing the stuff that can help me live to the next turn. So
drawing into air. That's an excellent way of putting that, because a lot of the subscribers I have are stun players, and they're like, well, I'm going to play Triple Max C. I'm going to, well, if you're not playing Trags or Swift Scarecrows or Gores,
yeah, it's like you're drawing a lot of cards, you're still going to get killed because you have nothing to stop it. Like, so it's
drawing into air. That is the excellent way of explaining that. All right, so those are all the hand traps.
Yep, all the hand traps.
Is that all the monsters?
There's a couple more.
A couple more? Really?
Oh, wait. Oh, no, that's it. No,
that's it? Okay.
That is it. Finally.
How many monsters is that? Bunch. Okay, that's a number.
Spells. Creature swap. That's attack.
Creature swap.
It helps. It works with all the floaters in your deck, like Serene Witch and Rat and
Card Trooper.
And you just take, like, a lot of times people just make one big guy, like, off their play, and you just summon something weak and creature swap it, and they're just like, wow.
It's essentially your big guy.
Yeah. Sarko, this is pretty much like playing the third Redox. So that's what I normally Sark for. If not, you can always Sark for pretty much any other power card like Dark Hole or something. But you Sark for Redox, activate his effect, and you instantly get a Redox to your hand, and then of course in 2 turns you get another Redox. So it's really good. It just gets Redox to help you with your plays faster.
Sure.
3 Typhoon.
Okay.
This is questionable because as I've noticed from playing it, you don't necessarily need it, but it's good to have. I mean, it is a back row format after all. So, and in this type of deck, you don't play a lot of other things, so it's kind of helps when you're trying to make your plays to go through. So that's why I'm an advocate of it. Otherwise, but it's kind of something you don't necessarily need. Maybe 2, but 3 is
3 is where you start. And if it changes from there, then it changes.
Yeah, it's one of those. Maybe it's not bad though, I guess.
All right.
1 mind control. You have a lot of tuners. You can synchro for a bunch of stuff, take their guys and sync. So
yeah.
If not, that's what it's pretty much primarily used for. And then a card that helps you tremendously.
This card is so good. Why it's at 3, I don't understand.
This helps you get all your plays. Like the main play of this deck is like you give them a floater. Like you have these 2 out, Jumper and you can pretty much do this first turn. If you normal summon Witch, or you can normal summon Jumper and get the other piece through teleport. Yeah. But you just swap one of their guys and give them Witch, and then you take something really strong, and if it's a normal monster, synchro, or just swing over and gain a bunch of advantage.
And then you gain the floater there, and you just you got their big guy.
And later on, but I mean, you can even go first turn synchro monster, like Nat Beast against Spellbooks or something. So it's really, really good.
That's stupid.
So
that's stupid good, dude. Alright, what we got next?
Dark Hole.
Yeah.
Psychic Overload. It's one of the cards that it's really helpful, but I tend to side out most of the other games for other stuff because it's kind of average, correct? It's pretty much average. It says you return 3 Psychic type monsters from your graveyard to your deck, and then you draw 2 cards.
Sure.
Double Mirror Force for protection.
Yeah.
Torrential and Compulse.
Just standard traps.
Yeah, just standard defense.
All right, what's the extra deck look like?
Okay, so we got.
Well, hold on. Before we go into the extra deck, any other creative plays? What was your most creative play that you had to make today? Oh, I got him thinking. You can see the wheels turning now.
Oh, buddy. Let's see.
Did I catch you off guard on that one?
Kind of. Well, there was a play where I needed to make an 8. So here's the situation. I have this guy in my hand. Take some minutes to float through all these. I just put her on the board. She had floated her card already, her face down card.
Okay.
And this was in my grave, so I needed to make Crimson Blader basically. So what you do here is you summon Wizard, banish the jumper,
Okay.
sync for 6 here. So
Doesn't matter which 6?
doesn't matter which 6. Because you can pretty much, since it's Earth and Earth, you get to also make bar count if you please. But all the rest of them are generic synchros. So
Okay.
but then Wizard triggers. So once he banishes, he leaves the field and the monster you banish special.
Now you have Crimson Blader.
And now you have Blader. So it was like stuff like that, you know. Because a lot of times you have a problem making 8s unless you take like 2 witches and a level 2 tuner. So it's kind of a minus because you lose your floaters in the process.
Yeah.
But it's just stuff like that to help you get through it. But sometimes you got to think about it a little bit, you know. So
Yeah, well, it's like I said, this is an extremely skill-intensive deck.
yeah, it takes a lot of thinking.
All right, what's the extra deck look like?
Okay, so you have Beast.
Turn these around. We're upside down.
Sorry. Android.
Get your 5s.
Taster. Gaia, Barkion, Psychic Nightmare. Psychic Nightmare is really good. He requires, he's a tuner, and the non-tuner monster has to be Psychic.
Okay.
He says you declare 1 card type, and you get to look at your opponent's hand. If you call it right, he gains 1,000 until your opponent's in phase. So it goes up to 34, and he
He goes with a 34 if you call it right.
if you call it right.
Okay.
Right, yeah, so you can just help swing over things. But also, even if you get it wrong, you get to look at your opponent's hand for free. So kind of combos with Mind Crush to the side.
You side deck Mind Crush.
Yeah, so, you know, and you just get to see something in your hand, in their hand to play over. So it's just really nice.
That's cool. And then that's a level 6. So you can make that same play that you talked about here, bring him out, look at a card in your opponent's hand, and then still make the
Blader, yeah.
the Blader play.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Life Transfer, Land Noise, and Rose
For your 7s.
Yep. 8s, there's a couple of these guys. There's Crimson Blader, Scrap Dragon, Stardust, and Thought Ruler.
Thought Ruler is so good.
Thought Ruler is really good because in this deck he combos with Psychic Commander. Psychic Commander says when any of your Psychic type monsters battle, so it includes him if he's swinging, as long as he's on the board. He can,
As long as Psychic Commander's on the board.
Yep, he can he can decrease the monster that he's battling as well. Any of your Psychics, so it's really good.
So he can make the opponent's monster 500 less, which essentially makes him a 3200.
Yep, and if he dies, or Android dies, or even Nightmare, if you summon the Wizard and banish it, you can just bring those guys back for free. Really big guys for no reason. So
There you go. That's free. That's YuGiOh, right?
Yep, sounds like it.
All right, what else do we have hidden in there?
And then we have the 2 ranked monsters.
The 2 Xyz.
Solar Silver Mountain and Windham's Index.
Solar Silver Mountain. Talk to me about Solar Silver Mountain.
He's really good. In this deck, pretty much all you guys are Earth, so if you take like Psychic Commander and Witch, you can, because he requires 2 level 3 Earths, so you just overlay for this guy, and all your guys are Earth, so when he attacks and swings and kills a monster, because he also doesn't have to send it to the graveyard,
Okay, so all he has to do is just destroy it?
Yep, destroy it. Like if he hits a token like Scapegoat or something, he'll bring back the guy, but the guy he brings back is just an Earth monster, so you can just pull back. I mean, you can pull
Any
back.
Earth monster, or is there a restriction, like level or anything?
No, there's no restriction.
No restrictions.
Pull back a Redox. Like it's
More free stuff.
And you can freeze the spell and traps to help you make your play also. So
Yes.
it's really, really nice.
Yes, that card's not getting enough play. Of course, there's not a lot of stuff that can make it right now, but that card's not getting near enough play.
Yeah.
All right, the side deck. One card that we want to talk about in the side deck. It's a card that everybody on the team sided. I sided 2. You sided 2. Morris and Eric both sided 2 also. I think Eric sided 3. But what is it? What are we talking about?
It is Debunk.
Debunk. How good is this card?
This card is really good right now. A lot of people probably, when they look at the card, it says negate the activation of effect monster effect that activates in the hand or graveyard and remove it from play. A lot of people probably look at, well, what does it hit? In spell books, when they reveal Priestess triggers in your hand, so you can activate Chain, Debunk, banish it. Don't have to worry about the Wisdom or nothing because it's in his hand at the time.
Yeah.
And it takes care of that. It takes care of all hand traps, takes care of Gores, Tragodia, and Dragon Rulers. It hits all the dragons. whether they're activating in the grave or hand.
And once they activate it and you debunk it, it's getting removed. They've already successfully activated the card, even though it's negating and removing it. They've already activated the effect, so when it gets removed, they can't search yet either. So I mean,
right.
It's stupid in the Dragon matchup.
And also, with Blackwing's out, it also takes care of Kalut and Bujins. It hits the graveyard guys and the Crane from the hand, so it takes care of a lot of matchups.
Yeah.
Actually. It's pretty useful.
All right, man. I appreciate it. Welcome to the team, and let's go upwards and onwards. Most definitely. Give me a big shout out for somebody real quick.
Shout out to TL, the Lotus Guardian.
TLGgames.com.
TLGgames.com. They are my team and my sponsors. Very grateful. So shout out to my guy Sengoku and Indy. Love those guys. But yeah.
Hey, you got to play test with people, man. I mean, you're in Indy, we're in Owensboro, half the guys are in Lexington. You gotta play test with somebody. So this guy helps out, right?
I'm trying.
You're trying. All right, man. I appreciate it. Subscribe, comment down below, show us how much you love us.
Peace.